How did a tiny, resource-poor island grow its economy by 14,300% and become a global powerhouse? Singapore's story is nothing short of a modern miracle. Stay tuned to uncover the secrets behind this economic transformation. Welcome back. If you're new, subscribe for more stories like this. Let's dive in. A nation that defied all odds to become one of the wealthiest and most advanced countries in the world. From its strategic policies to its relentless focus on education and innovation, we'll break down how Singapore transformed itself and what lessons it offers to the world. To understand Singapore's incredible transformation, we need to start by looking at its humble beginnings. When Singapore gained independence in 1965, it was a small, resource-poor island with a population living in severe poverty. The country had no natural resources, no oil, no minerals, no agricultural base, and no allies. Singapore's separation from Malaysia in 1965 left it isolated, with no guaranteed markets for its goods and no easy access to resources. The island's strategic location had once made it an important trading post, but in the modern era, it had to find a new role in the global economy. Singapore was a nation in desperate need of a plan. Its leaders knew that survival depended on rapid and strategic development. Under the visionary leadership of Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore embarked on an ambitious journey of nation-building. The government's first priority was to address the immediate needs of its people: housing, jobs, and education. Recognizing the importance of stability and social cohesion, the government launched large-scale public housing projects through the Housing Development Board. This initiative aimed to provide affordable, high-quality homes for the rapidly growing population. And by the 1970s, Singapore had one of the highest rates of home ownership in the world. Simultaneously, the government focused on industrialization as the cornerstone of its economic strategy. Singapore attracted foreign investment by establishing industrial estates and offering incentives to multinational corporations. This strategy was supported by an aggressive drive to build infrastructure, modern ports, airports, and roads that would turn Singapore into a global hub for trade and manufacturing. Education was another critical pillar of Singapore's development. The government invested heavily in creating a highly skilled workforce that could meet the demands of a modern economy. English was made the language of instruction in schools, ensuring that Singaporeans could compete in the global market. Specialized education and training were prioritized to equip workers with the skills needed in emerging industries. These were not just infrastructure improvements. They laid the foundation for 14,300% GDP growth. Enjoying this video? Drop a like. It helps us reach more curious minds like you. By the 1980s, Singapore's economy had diversified and expanded dramatically. No longer just a trading post, it had become a manufacturing powerhouse, particularly in electronics, petrochemicals, and precision engineering. The establishment of Jurong Industrial Estate, Singapore's first industrial park, played a pivotal role in this transformation, attracting hundreds of companies from around the world. But Singapore didn't stop at manufacturing. In the 1990s, the country pivoted towards becoming a global financial center. The government implemented policies to attract banks, insurance companies, and financial services firms, establishing Singapore as a leading hub for finance and commerce in Asia. The city-state's strategic location, coupled with its stable political environment and strong regulatory framework, made it an attractive destination for international business. The rise of Singapore's financial sector was complemented by its foray into high-tech industries. Recognizing the potential of information technology, the government invested in building a knowledge-based economy. Initiatives like the creation of One North, a research and development hub for biomedical sciences, info communications, and media, underscored Singapore's commitment to innovation and rise to global power. Singapore's rise wasn't without its challenges. The Asian financial crisis of 1997 tested the resilience of Singapore's economy. As markets across Asia collapsed, Singapore faced the risk of a severe economic downturn. However, the government's prudent financial management and strong regulations helped mitigate the impact of the crisis. The country's reserves and the strength of its financial institutions allowed it to weather the storm better than many of its neighbors. Singapore didn't just bounce back, it came back stronger, smarter, and more future-proof. This period of uncertainty also prompted Singapore to reassess its economic strategies. The government responded by accelerating efforts to diversify the economy, promoting sectors like biotechnology, environmental technology, and advanced manufacturing. It also sought to deepen its engagement with the global economy, signing free trade agreements and enhancing its role as a global logistics hub. Perhaps the most critical moment in Singapore's modern history came in the early 2000s, when the government recognized the need to foster a more dynamic, innovation-driven economy. This led to the creation of the Singapore Economic Development Board's Industry Transformation Maps, which laid out plans to upgrade industries and create new growth areas. The focus was on moving up the value chain, shifting from labor-intensive manufacturing to high-tech, high-value industries. The results of these efforts have been remarkable. Today, Singapore is not just a financial hub, but a leader in biotechnology, clean energy, and digital innovation. The city-state consistently ranks among the top in global indices for ease of doing business, innovation, and quality of life. Singapore's journey from a struggling post-colonial state to a global economic powerhouse is a testament to the power of visionary leadership, strategic planning, and relentless execution. The country's success is not just measured by its GDP or skyscrapers, but by the quality of life its citizens enjoy, the access to world-class healthcare, education, and public services. Singapore's story offers valuable lessons for other nations. It shows the importance of investing in human capital, the power of creating a stable and transparent business environment, and the need to be adaptable in a rapidly changing world. And that is how a struggling island becomes one of the most advanced nations on Earth, with 14,300% GDP growth to prove it. Can other nations replicate Singapore's success, or is its story one of a kind? What do you think? Can Singapore's model be applied elsewhere, or is it unique to this tiny island nation? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe, and click the bell.